could go all the way.
He cannot. Oh my goodness, what a play.
The game is over. The game is over. The game is over. Oh my God.
No need to look any further, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation for all your latest sport reports across the nation. So don't change your channel, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation. So don't change your channel, you chose the right station. You're now tuning in with Mr. Cowboy Nation for all your latest sport reports.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you
What up, man? How y'all doing out there this evening? Oh my God, they done did it. All right, so let's get to it, man. Welcome to a new episode of the Mr. Cowboy Nation show. I am your host, Mr. Cowboy Nation. We got a good show lined up for you. As you can tell, I'm not in a really good mood. Lee, what it do, man? Joe, what it do, Joe? Yeah, so I'm not in a good mood, man. I got my 12 on. It's a throwback jersey now, but we got a good show lined up for you. Of course, we're gonna talk about the Ja trade, LeBron to the Warriors, Jaylen Brown. Where is Jaylen Brown gonna end up, right? And the Miami Heat, don't know the Miami Heat made a huge trade for Giannis, right? So, we're going to talk about this. Speaking of the Ja trade, Portland also just signed Brandon Carson to a 1 year, $2.5 million deal. I think he was with OKC. Yeah, so anywho, man, let's get into it. I'm so pissed, man. I'm so upset about this Ja trade. Well, Jaylen Brown, right? Jaylen Brown is reportedly grown frustrated with the Pistons. I mean, not the Pistons, the Celtics. He want to trade. Me personally, honestly, I don't understand what Jaylen Brown's problem is. I don't. I think Boston is ready to compete right now. I honestly think if Jason Tatum don't go out in Game 7, I think Boston moves on to the NBA Finals. I do. But speaking of that. Jaylen Brown is also the reason they lost that Game 7 because you the best player on the floor for the Boston Celtics, and down the stretch of a fourth quarter game in Game 7, you want to pass the ball, you want to be a facilitator, you passing the ball to everybody. Like, come on, dude, cut it out. It's been rumors of LeBron going to Golden State, but I'm gonna get into it, Joe. Yeah, they saying that he was trying to, he was considering going to Golden State to play with Steph, but we'll see. I don't know. I know he informed the Lakers that he will not be coming back, so it's really up in the air. All right, so but I think me personally, I wouldn't split up Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think they got a good young nucleus there. I think they're ready to compete. Like I said, if Tatum was healthy this year, I think Boston ended up back in the finals, right? So I don't know what Jaylen Brown got going on, especially with him and Steven. Him and Steven, they need to go and fight, don't it? But Jaylen Brown is the reason the Celtics didn't advance, because you can't be the best guy on the team, right? You the guy, and you showing your claim is that you want to be the guy. You get an opportunity to be the guy, and you turn it down. Like, I don't understand that one. I don't understand that. Like, he was passing the ball entirely too much down the stretch in that Game 7. It didn't give I want to be the guy. It gave where's Tatum, right? Where's my closer? But anywho, we'll see. We'll see what Jaylen Brown lands up. So also this Kawhi Leonard situation. So if those of you who don't know, Kawhi Leonard was traded back to Toronto, where he led the Toronto Raptors to a championship. So he's back over there. So from what I'm hearing, I could be wrong. The Clippers got Kawhi. I mean, the Toronto Raptors got Kawhi Leonard, and the Clippers got Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and 2 second-rounders as well. I'm not sure exactly what their pick swap is, but like they gave up a haul. They gave up a haul for old Kawhi, man. They did. So this is what I'm gonna do. I understand that they Kawhi led them to a championship. I understand all that, but their roster looked totally different, right? When the Kawhi had, what Siakam was killing, right? I mean, that team was stacked. So I'm gonna show you the Raptors roster right now. So y'all look at this. I'm gonna look at it with you on my phone. So does this? Now, keep in mind, we just saw the Knicks go on a run for the ages, like one of the most impressive runs that we've seen in recent history, right? So we just seen the Knicks do that. So is this roster is currently constructed? Y'all see the roster on the screen. Is this roster enough to challenge the Knicks? I think not. This offseason couldn't work out better for the Knicks, bro. Like, nobody got strong enough to really. And with Detroit in shambles because they don't have De'Aaron. They need to sign De'Aaron back. So if they don't get De'Aaron signed in the building, Detroit gonna take a step back. So it was really Detroit and Boston were the only 2 teams that, to me, only really posed a threat. They really posed a threat to New York. Neither one of them got stronger. Looked like both of them may take a step back, right? So, and even with the Heat doing what they did, they don't have any guards. They traded all the shooters away, right? You know what I'm saying? So, if I'm a Knicks fan, dude, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic because nobody has gotten strong enough to the point to challenge the Knicks. Then, speaking of the Heat, they signed Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, they signed Tim Hardaway Jr. today as well. So they got some shooting back, but I mean, they gave up a lot for Giannis, bro. They gave up a lot. So, and I don't know if it's gonna take more than Tim Hardaway Jr. to make up for what they actually got rid of. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell the Heat got going on. There are also rumors that the Heat that Portland's not done. You know, that Portland got a lot of guards. They got a lot of one position on their roster after this Ja trade, right? So Portland, there's rumors that Portland may put a package together for Jaylen Brown, but then you got to look at the Heat. The Heat need guards, right? So but I don't know what the hell the Heat gonna give them outside the draft capital, but Jaylen Brown may end up. And man, wouldn't that be crazy if Ja go to Miami? I mean, go to Portland, then get traded to Miami? Because he bought a house in Miami. So if he end up in Miami, they'll be real fishy. But anywho, LeBron James has informed the Lakers. Now, this is what I really want to talk about. LeBron James has informed the Lakers that he is leaving. He will not be back. He's going elsewhere, right? So, and of course, there were rumors out there floating that he was going to try to go to Golden State. Him and AD was going to try to go to Golden State to play with Steph, right? Draymond declined his player option. So people were wondering also, did he decline because LeBron and AD coming, right? So, no, AD is not coming. The Wizards just announced that they are not trading Anthony Davis, which hurt me because I had some jokes lined up, right? So. Because I had on my notes, I had the old and hurt squad, right? You got LeBron at 42, Steph 38, Anthony Davis get hurt getting off the bus, right? Like, dude, really? But if they can stay healthy, like if they can stay somewhat healthy, I'm gonna say somewhat healthy because when Anthony Davis on the roster, staying healthy is out of the question. It's not gonna happen, right? So if they can stay somewhat healthy, and if any way possible, they can end up with Steph, LeBron, and Anthony Davis on the same court at the same time. That'll be terrible. And of course, it depends on Anthony Davis, you might have to give up Jimmy Butler to get Anthony Davis. I wouldn't do it personally, but hey, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. The Wizards said they're not trading Anthony Davis. But if LeBron end up over there with Butler and Steph, and they can figure out how to keep Draymond, I don't know. That mean it'd be interesting to watch. But I know one thing though. Can we stop with LeBron this to go? Because like at this point, bro. And if there's any Lakers fans out there, can y'all do me a favor? How many of y'all are actually happy that LeBron is leaving? Because there's a stigma or rumor or whatnot in these streets. The streets is saying, Laker Nation, that y'all don't really look at LeBron as a real Laker. So is that true? Right? I will understand why you wouldn't, but I know a couple Lakers fans personally, they can't stand him. Right? So is that true? Do y'all look at LeBron as an outsider? Like we know he in my book he can never beat Kobe, Kareem either for that matter, and that's not a knock on LeBron. I think Kareem is not talked about enough in the GOAT conversation, right? So let me know, Lakers fans. Y'all is LeBron a true Laker or he's just somehow going, right? But what else does he have to play for? He's not going to win no more rings. He's not going to win any more championships. That's over with. You got the scoring record already. And at this point, if you do make it to the finals, like you're going to have enough gas to finish the job. Like you probably going to lose if you get to the finals, man, with the way these teams playing out. OKC or New York, I don't know if LeBron ready for that at this stage in his career, right? So you really want another finals? Like you want to be 4-7 in the finals, right? So I don't know, man. I don't understand what he's still playing for. But let's go ahead and put the GOAT debate to bed. Let's go and do that because this ain't Kobe would never, Jordan would never, right? So I really don't know what LeBron got now. And speak, I forgot about this. Cleveland. And that's really why I said what I said. Because now it's like you just chasing rings, right? Like, stop, bro. Cut it out. Like, stop. So Cleveland is being thrown around. I'm sorry. Harden declined his $42.3 million player option to help Cleveland with some cap flexibility. He said the report is he's going to help Cleveland pursue LeBron. So I'm just saying, LeBron will be a free agent. So LeBron, Spider, and Harden. I'm sorry, LeBron just don't move the needle for me no more, bro. And I ain't saying he a bum, but LeBron. This is not Miami Heat LeBron. This is not the first Cleveland Cavs LeBron, right? This LeBron used to, when he went to Miami, he shifted. The balance of power shifted to Miami. He's not that guy anymore to where he's going to shift the balance of power, right? So I'm okay, whatever, right? Yeah, sure, go to Cleveland. Do I think they can get past New York or Detroit? No, I don't. I think New York will beat them in a 7-game series. I think Detroit will probably beat them in a 7-game series. Right? So I'm just saying. I don't see it, but hey. The LeBron fans love it, right? All right, so Ja Morant, man, the Ja Morant situation. I'm gonna go ahead and get this high five off my chest, bro, and I'm gonna get on out of here. This is really why I did the show. I just wanted to vent, man, and get this off my chest. I know a couple of people asked me what I think about the trade, so here you go. All right, so. The Ja Morant situation is we seen this come here in Memphis, man. We seen this coming for a minute, right? When he was on Instagram, with the gun and he caught all the flack for that, we kind of figured he was on his way out then. You know what I'm saying? So we saw this coming, but the problem we have, when I say we, I mean a lot of the Grizzlies fans here in Memphis, the problem we have is really with the front office, right? So, but I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate. I'm gonna try, I try to show you both sides of the coin. So, from a basketball standpoint, you look at Look at it from a basketball standpoint, from a business standpoint, because at the end of the day, this is a business, right? So you had a player in Ja Morant that went from being the face of the league. Like we was about this close to anointing Ja Morant face of the league, one of the most electrifying players in this league. Absolutely, positively, box office, must see TV. When Ja's playing, you need to be watching, right? So he went from being, he was probably gonna be the face of the league because there was nobody more exciting to watch, right? So he was gonna be the face of the league. He went from that to being virtually untradeable. Like nobody wanted him and Grizz Nation, I know we pissed for what we got for him. Because I'm definitely not pleased with what we got for him. But it's really gonna piss you off when you find out that they gave him $1 million. They gave him Ja and $1 million for the two guys we got. So if you thought you were mad, you probably really mad now. But yeah, so what's up, Kev? Yeah, so to give him $1 million because we was already like, so that's all we got was Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, and then to find out you had to give him $1 million too. So, but the other franchises, other owners, they were asking the Grizzlies to throw in picks. They were like, hey, we'll take job. You got to throw some picks in with it. What? So his value on the trade market was through the floor, through the basement floor. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, he did it. Like as much as I love Ja, right? And I still want him in Memphis, but he is the reason. He is the reason his trade value plummeted through the floor, right? So, and that was one of the things I was saying when the gun incidents was going on was it ain't illegal to have a gun, but you have to realize where you are. These people want to make you the face of the league. So there's a different set of rules for you. You understand? So you have to be marketable. You have to be, people have to like you, right? You have to be politician a little bit, but it's gonna be a big bag come with it, right? So and I think Ja he had a hard time understanding it, and you know, and it ultimately led to his trade value for falling through the floor. But and not only, you know, the off the court stuff, you look at he can't stay on the court, right? Couldn't stay on the court, always hurt. Every time he look up, he hurt. He was damn as bad as Anthony Davis here. Now, whether he was hurt for real, he just didn't want to play, didn't matter. It didn't matter. Every time we looked up, he was on the sideline, the street clothes. So he was unavailable. And as we know, your best ability is availability, right? So, and that he wasn't. And his 3-point percentage never really, right? So I got his 3-point percentage right here. So check this out. So you're gonna look his 3-point percentage. And keep in mind, he won most improved player during this stretch, right? So it went from 2019 to the 2020, 33.5%, which is, it's okay. It's okay, right? It's not terrible. It's okay. It went from that, and it went no higher. Then it went 34.4 and 21-22. And I'm gonna come back to that 21-22 team here in a minute. But went from 30, then went from that to 30, went down 30.7, went down some more to 27.5. Now that may be an injury season when he was injured, but 27.5% from 3 is terrible. That's a big man. You shooting threes like Shaq. You know what I'm saying? But and it went up a little bit to 30.9%, went down to 23.5%, which is atrocious, right? And y'all know, thanks to Steph Curry, the 3 ball is kind of what this game is revolving around, right? You know, so you have to be just immaculate in the paint, mid range, or that 3 ball gonna have to fall for you. You know what I'm saying? So like they said, the 3 ball was 23.5%. That's terrible. Right. So from a basketball standpoint, you know, it just wasn't working. It wasn't fitting. Right. And from what I was hearing, that it was Ja in the front office really didn't get along. But I don't understand all that. But also from the business side of the coin, you sold tickets with Ja in the building. And last time I checked, you get in business, you go into business to make money, right? So you got a guy that's filling up the stadium. People are coming to see Ja, right? So at this point, it don't matter if I don't get along with you. I'm selling tickets, right? And as the owner and GM, that should be your point, to sell tickets, right? Sell tickets. And I don't get it, bro. Like, all right, so look, let me go on. So the front office, this is how we feel. The front office has been fumbling since 21-22, right? When they dismantled that 21-22 team with Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bane, Ja, like that team was ready to compete. That team was ready to make another run to the Western Conference Finals. And we leaving out the fact that you fired Lionel Hollis after getting you to the Western, your only Western Conference Final in franchise history. You fired that coach because you couldn't get along with him. So that's strike one, right? The Memphis love Lionel Hollis. They still love Lionel Hollis. Lionel Hollis still lives here in Memphis. We'll take Lionel Hollis back tomorrow. But the guys in the front office, they're a little too sensitive for him, right? So there's that. So we already coming from there. And then you have a team with Taylor Jenkins that was ready to compete, that was ready to make a deep run in the playoffs. And you dismantle that team because LeBron James' feelings got hurt because Dylan Brooks called him old. Right? So you didn't want that stigma of you didn't want to be the villain. You didn't want to be the bad guy. You didn't want to be the guy that disrespects the king. Man, screw the king. This Memphis. Like, and that's really the problem, right? This front office has no clue where they are. They have no idea the culture of this city. Right? We can care less about who you are in this city. If you ain't with us, you against us. We don't care if it's LeBron. We don't care who it is. Right? So when Dylan Brooks said what he said about LeBron, the whole city got behind him because we all agree LeBron is old. They are babysitting LeBron. He does flop too much. Right? We all agree, right? And instead of the organization getting behind Dylan Brooks, right? Because that's the culture of this city. We're like, when we grit and grind, we tough, we grimy here. Like, that's what we do. And that's the type of team you had on the court. And you dismantled it. You blew it up, right? Because LeBron James' feelings was hurt. Because LeBron James got mad because Dylan Brooks called. Man, we don't give a damn about no LeBron James. It's Memphis. Right? And then especially after the little comments he just made about Memphis, we don't care nothing about no LeBron James here. Screw LeBron James, right? So, and I think the front office they really need to get a clue. They really need to get a clue. And they need to put their finger on. They need to get an idea of what the culture in this city is like. Now, I will say this. Getting Isaiah Stewart was a step in the right direction. I'm cool with Beef Stew. I love it. Right? We ain't had a guy like Beef Stew since Zebo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I mean, getting Isaiah Stewart was a step in the right direction, man. But I'm just, look, this is my thing right here. So this is what the roster looks like now. So this is what the Grizzly roster look like now with Ja gone and the guys that we acquired. So this is my question. So you got some guys on here. I think Cedric Coward is highly underrated. Cedric Coward is ready to become a star in this league. I believe that. But is Cedric Coward Ja Morant? No, he's not. But I think Cedric Coward is showing some flashes. I think he can I think he can make some noise, right? They got a bunch of guys, but KCP is one. He's one. He got a ring, right? I'm just saying, bro. Like I'm not. This is not a team that's ready to compete and make a deep run in the playoffs. This is not this. This got play in wrote all over it, and I'm not sure we're gonna win in the play in. I'd be happy to get to the play in, right? But like you said, the grid, and this was kind of, what this reminded me of when I was doing this, the Cowboys Michael Parsons trade. Like, I'm talking about all the way around, like how Ugly got inside the building, how the fans were pissed. He left, right? He was traded. And you look at the Grizzlies, they got a boatload of cap space. Let me see how much cap space they got. How much cap space do the Memphis Grizzlies have? So, oh my. So like 24 million. But that ain't much. I thought they had more than that. But they got a slew of first round picks, right? So they're in a position to rebuild. But man, this is gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough next couple of years, unless they do something, in free agency. Because like I said, we are up on free agency. But this Memphis, bro, like who you really gonna get to come as a free agent to Memphis? And that was another reason why the city is pissed. You let job because this is a small market. It's already a bad stigma on Memphis. It's gonna be tough to get a superstar to come here, bro. It is. It's gonna be tough to get a superstar to come here. And like I said, Ja was the only superstar this franchise has ever seen. We have not had a player to Ja Morant's caliber on this team ever, in this franchise ever. Like, you could go back to the Vancouver Grizzlies. They didn't have a Ja Morant, right? So to have somebody like that, and it meant a lot to Memphis to have a guy that, superstar status, right? So, and it's going to be tough to replace that. I love Cam Boozer, but Cam Boozer is not going to be they're not going to consider Cam Boozer to be the next face of this league. Cedric Coward either. Right, as nice as they are, but they not gonna reach their level of stardom, right? So Taylor Jenkins was another reason. Like, Taylor Jenkins shouldn't have been fired. Like, it's a clown show, bro. Like, it's a real clown show. I don't know what the hell we need to do, but this ownership, man, they got to get it together. They just got to get the hell on up out of here, bro. And I know it's a lot of debate about moving to Nashville, and a lot of people think, Ja got traded when they finna move to Nashville. Well, what I heard, because I was in FedEx Forum during the draft party, so what I heard from people in the building was that they about to put like 20 some million into the FedEx Forum to upgrade it. So that, to me, when you putting 20 million into your stadium, that screams we stand, right? Because why would you spend 20 million and leave? It don't make sense. But then if I'm not mistaken, Adam Silver said the Grizzlies is not moving either. So the Grizzlies is not going anywhere. It's just the front office. They are screwing up royally again, bro. And I don't know what we need to do, but yeah, somebody got to go, man. Somebody got to go. Like, they got to figure this out, and they got to put the team together, man, that represents this city. And you can't be sensitive, man. You can't be no sissy. Excuse my French, but like this is Memphis, dude. You can't be soft. And this is grit and grind, man. This is what we do. Grindhouse. We rough down here. You know what I'm saying? Zebo, Tony Allen. No type of cast. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's what we do. So we can't have this. Like, it ain't gonna fit here, man. We need some guys in that's gonna get down and dirty, D up, right? But I don't know. This front office, they got to get it together, bro. They got to get it together. So stop crying about Ja. It is what it is. He haven't been healthy the last 2 seasons. He haven't been healthy the last 2 seasons, man. But this is my thing. What are we gonna do? Like, who I'm gonna put the Grizzlies rosters back up here. So who you giving the ball to? That's what I want to know. So we're in a tight game, right? I'm finna pull it up with you. We're in a tight game. We need a bucket to win. Right? Or just we in a tight game down the stretch. We need somebody to take this game over. You understand? So who's the guy? Looking at this roster, who's the guy that's gonna just take the game over for you? When they got a Trae Young on the other side of the floor going crazy, right? How we gonna counter that? Who we giving the ball to? Like, what we gonna do? Yeah, like I just said, it's a business, and so you weren't here for the other stuff. So yeah, like I said, it's a business. He was hurt, right? 3-point percentage in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Can't keep the gun out your hand on IG Live. Like, so I understand. Like, for business, it was bad for business, bro. It was. But this the thing, man. Then this is honestly how I feel. As an adult, a conversation can pretty much work out anything, especially when all this money on the table, right? So a conversation can work out anything, bro. And it's a way to do everything. It's a way to talk to a grown man, right? It's a way to gain an understanding without being disrespectful, without it going left and going off the rails like it did. Man, I said, put him in the game. He a clear shooter. That's what he said. Go down there and try out there, bro. Yeah, I'm out going down there and try out too, man. My jumper's still wet here. They're going to need it. But, yeah, man. But, yeah, so I'm just saying, bro, like, who we going to get the ball to? Because we all remember this, right? Call 12. We needed that bucket. We could get a ball to somebody, right? But I don't know we have that now. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, free agents just now starting. Hell, maybe we can figure something out. Maybe we can get somebody in here. But I like the kid from Mexico, though, Kareem Lopez. He looked tough. Then I forgot about Gigi. They got some pieces, bro. Because Gigi nice. Jalen Wilson shoot that thing. Jeremy Grant, Santi Aldama nice, right? So that's what I'm saying. Jeremy Grant hooping, man. Chris Murray nice, right? So they got a bunch of solid guys. Like Ty Jerome can get hard and light you up. You know what I'm saying? So they got a bunch of solid guys, but it's giving 10 seed, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a book. It's giving 10 seed, man. We still got to deal with OKC that's 13 players deep, right? And, then you trade the OKC another long athletic guard that can shoot. Great job, right? Then you keep Ja, and you don't even trade Ja to the east. You keep Ja in the west. So now we got to see Ja 3-4 times a season. Just stupid, right? What, like, that's why people mad, bro. Like, it's the way it's being ran is clownish. It's clown show. Yeah, so man, that's I'm just saying, bro. Like, we, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got, though, bro. I just wanted to vent and go through this here with y'all, man. So we got some stuff coming up here in the near future. See if I get that thing to play. We got some near future. As you know, training camp is coming up, right? So we're coming back next week. I think it's next Tuesday night. Next episode. We get into the training camp. We'll see what's going on as far as NBA free agents and maybe some more moves and popped off or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be the same time, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. My page, this page right here. You can keep up with the show. IG page, at underscore Mr. Cowboy Nation underscore Facebook page. There's 2 Facebook pages. Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation McNary. Also, the Let's Talk Football, Mr. Cowboy Nation page. The show is aired live on both of those pages. And the YouTube channel, Mr. Cowboy Nation, all one word, right? So, like I said, man, keep y'all in the loop. Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, Central Standard Time, man. We'll see y'all then. Mr. Cowboy Nation is challenging y'all not to be good, but to be great.